Alex thought he had it all: a thriving career, a loving wife, and a son who lit up his world. Until a hidden DNA test shattered his life. His boy wasn't his. 5 years later, a shocking truth reignites his fight for justice. Will Alex reclaim his family, or lose it all to a cunning rival? The Miami sun blazed over the Little League field, where Alex Torres crouched beside his 10-year-old son, Ethan, adjusting his batting stance. "Keep your elbow up, buddy," Alex said, his voice steady despite the sweat beading on his brow. The crowd roared as Ethan swung, sending the ball soaring past the outfield. Parents cheered, clapping Alex on the back. As the bank manager of First Coastal, he was a local hero, reliable, devoted, the guy who always showed up. Ethan sprinted the bases, his grin wide, and Alex felt his chest swell with pride. This was his world. Ethan, the game, the community. Back home, Kate, his wife of 12 years, was prepping for their annual family barbecue. The backyard smelled of charcoal and citrus from the neighbors' orange trees. Alex watched her slice limes for mojitos, her movements quick and practiced. She ran PR for a downtown firm, her sharp mind always 3 steps ahead. "Need help?" Alex asked, tossing Ethan a juice box. Kate shook her head, smiling. "Just keep Ethan from stealing the burgers before they're done." Ethan giggled, darting off to kick a soccer ball. Life felt perfect until it wasn't. Later that evening, Alex rummaged through Kate's home office for Ethan's birth certificate, needed for a school camping trip. He sifted through files, mortgage papers, tax returns, a stack of old birthday cards. Tucked behind a folder labeled taxes, a plain white envelope caught his eye. The return address read Sun Genix Labs. Curious, he tore it open. The words hit like a punch: DNA paternity test results. Probability of paternity, 0%. His hand shook. Ethan wasn't his. The room spun as he reread the page, each line a blade to his heart. Alex stormed into the kitchen, where Kate was washing dishes. He slapped the envelope onto the counter. "What is this?" His voice was low, trembling with barely contained fury. Kate froze, soap suds dripping from her hands. Her eyes flicked to the paper, and color drained from her face. "Alex, she started, but he cut her off. 0%, Kate. 0. Explain." She set the sponge down, her shoulders slumping. "It was 5 years ago," she whispered. "We were fighting. You were always at the bank, chasing that promotion. I felt invisible." "Who?" Alex demanded, his fists clenching. Kate's voice broke. "Ryan Delgado. From my old firm." The name burned. Ryan, the smug ad exec with a flashy car and a handshake that lingered too long. Alex had met him at company events, his charm always grating. "You slept with him, got pregnant, and let me raise his kid?" Kate's eyes filled with tears. "I didn't know for sure until I got the test. I was scared, Alex. I thought you'd leave me." He stepped back, the betrayal sinking in. "You let me believe Ethan was mine for 10 years. Ethan's laughter echoed from the backyard, oblivious to the storm inside. Alex's mind raced. Every bedtime story, every scraped knee he'd bandaged, every proud moment at Ethan's games, built on a lie. "Does Ryan know?" he asked. Kate nodded. "He found out recently. He's been calling, wanting to meet Ethan." Alex's jaw tightened. "Over my dead body." He grabbed his keys and headed for the door. "Where are you going?" Kate called, panic in her voice. "I need air," he said, slamming the door behind him. At the Marriott downtown, Alex checked into a room, the sterile quiet amplifying his thoughts. He called Maria Lopez, his lawyer, an old college friend. "Maria, I found a DNA test. Ethan's not mine. Want my rights?" Her pause was heavy. "If you're on the birth certificate and raised him, you've got parental rights. But if the biological father pushes for custody, it's tricky." "Who is he?" Alex gritted his teeth. "Ryan Delgado." Maria sighed. "We need to meet tomorrow. This could get messy." Alex stared at his phone, Ethan's picture on the lock screen. A gap-toothed smile from last summer's beach trip. He wasn't just a father in name. He was Ethan's dad in every way that mattered. But the test gnawed at him. Was Ryan plotting to steal his son? He opened his laptop, pulling up Ryan's ad agency website. A quick call to a colleague confirmed Ryan's firm was desperate for a loan. Alex's position at the bank gave him leverage. If Ryan wanted to fight, Alex would hit back hard. The next morning, Kate texted, "Please come home. Ethan's asking for you." Alex's heart ached, but trust was shattered. He replied, "Need time. Don't let Ryan near him." At the bank, he canceled meetings, diving into Ryan's loan application. The numbers were shaky, over-leveraged, late payments. Alex could tank it with a single email. As he typed, his phone buzzed again. Kate's name flashed, but he ignored it. This wasn't about revenge yet. It was about protecting Ethan, and he'd do whatever it took. Alex sat in his corner office at First Coastal Bank. The hum of Miami's morning traffic faint through the window. His laptop screen glowed with Ryan Delgado's loan application, $1. $8 million to save his failing ad agency. Alex's finger hovered over the deny button. One click could cripple Ryan's business, a small justice for the man who'd upended his life. But he hesitated. Ethan's soccer game was tonight, and Alex needed to be there, not just as a spectator, but as the dad who never missed a kickoff. He closed the laptop and grabbed his keys. At the field, Ethan sprinted toward him, cleats kicking up dirt. "Dad, you made it." His son's high five grounded Alex, but the joy was fleeting. Kate stood by the bleachers, her arms crossed, watching him. He avoided her gaze, focusing on Ethan's warm-up drills. After the game, Ethan's team won 3-1, and Alex bought the boys pizza, laughing as Ethan recounted his goal. But when Kate approached, her voice low, the mood shifted. "Ryan's been texting. He wants to meet Ethan this weekend." Alex's grip tightened on his soda can. "Tell him to back off, or I'll make sure he regrets it." Back at the Marriott, Alex met Maria Lopez in the hotel's coffee shop. She slid a folder across the table. Ryan's lawyer sent a custody petition. He's claiming paternal rights based on a DNA test. Alex's stomach churned. "Can he do that? I've raised Ethan for 10 years. Maria nodded grimly. "In Florida, biological fathers have strong claims, especially with proof. You're on the birth certificate, which helps, but we need a strategy." "Fust." Alex leaned forward. "What about the loan? Ryan's agency is drowning. I can block it." Maria frowned. "Be careful. If the court sees you targeting him, it could hurt your case." That night, Alex couldn't sleep. He scrolled through Ryan's social media, finding polished photos of client meetings and a new BMW. The man was living large while trying to claim Ethan. Alex's phone buzzed. "Kate again. Ryan's coming to the house tomorrow. Please be there." Rage surged, but he typed back, "I'll handle it." The next morning, he drove to their Coral Gables home, where Ryan's car was already parked. Alex strode inside, finding Ryan on the couch, Kate standing stiffly nearby. "Get out," Alex said, voice like steel. Ryan smirked, standing. "I have every right to see my son." Alex stepped closer. "You don't get to waltz in after 10 years and play dad." Kate intervened, her voice shaky. "Ryan, leave. This isn't the time." Ryan's eyes flicked to Alex. "You can't stop biology, Torres. I'm filing for visitation." As Ryan left, Alex turned to Kate. "You're letting him near Ethan?" She shook her head. "I told him no, but he's persistent. I don't want this either." Alex didn't believe her. He grabbed Ethan's baseball glove from the counter. "I'm taking Ethan to the park. We need time." Kate nodded, silent, as Alex called upstairs. "Buddy, let's go." At the park, Ethan tossed the ball, chattering about school. Alex caught each throw, his mind racing. Ryan's move for custody wasn't just a threat. It was war. Back at the bank, Alex called a contact in the loan department. "Dig into Ryan's financials. I want everything." By afternoon, he had a report. Ryan's agency was weeks from bankruptcy, propped up by shady deals. Alex drafted an email to the loan committee, citing high risk and recommending denial. He hit send, feeling a grim satisfaction. If Ryan wanted to fight, Alex would hit where it hurt. But doubt crept in. At Ethan's school play that evening, Alex sat alone, watching his son perform as a pirate, beaming with pride. Kate's absence stung. Her firm had a big pitch, she'd said. Was she meeting Ryan instead? After the play, Ethan hugged him. "You're the best, Dad." Alex's resolve hardened. He'd protect Ethan, no matter the cost. The next day, Maria called. "Ryan's lawyer is pushing for an emergency hearing. He's claiming you're sabotaging his business to block his parental rights." Alex's heart sank. Had Ryan anticipated his move? Desperate for answers, Alex contacted a private investigator, Javier Ruiz, recommended by a bank client. "Find out everything about Ryan Delgado," Alex instructed. "Focus on that DNA test. Something feels off." Javier promised results within days. Meanwhile, Kate texted again. "Ryan's picking Ethan up from school tomorrow." Court's orders. Alex's blood boiled. He drove to the school, parking across from Ryan's BMW. When Ethan climbed into Ryan's car, waving innocently, Alex gripped the steering wheel, his world slipping further out of reach. Alex stood outside the Miami-Dade courthouse, the morning sun glaring off the glass facade. Inside, the custody hearing loomed, a battle for Ethan's future. His lawyer, Maria Lopez, reviewed notes beside him. Ryan's team will push his biological claim hard, she warned. They're painting you as vindictive for tanking his loan. Alex nodded, his jaw tight. He denied Ryan's $1.8 million loan, and now Ryan was retaliating, seeking weekend custody of Ethan. Alex's only goal was keeping his son safe, but the court's focus on biology felt like a noose tightening. Inside the courtroom, Ryan sat confidently, his lawyer presenting the DNA test as ironclad proof of paternity. Mr. Delgado has a right to a relationship with his son, the lawyer argued, flashing the lab report. Alex's stomach twisted. He glanced at Kate, seated behind Ryan, her hands clasped tightly. She'd been dodging his calls, claiming work demands, but Alex suspected she was wavering under Ryan's pressure. Maria leaned in. Stay calm. We'll counter with your role as Ethan's primary caregiver. Alex gripped the table, fighting the urge to confront Ryan then and there. When called to testify, Alex spoke clearly. I've raised Ethan for 10 years. I'm at every game, every school event. He calls me Dad because I've earned it. The judge, a stern woman with sharp eyes, nodded slightly. Ryan's lawyer pounced. Mr. Torres, did you deny my client's loan to sabotage his livelihood and block his parental rights? Alex kept his voice steady. I denied the loan because his agency's financials were a mess. It was a business decision. The lawyer smirked. Convenient timing, don't you think? Alex's fists clenched under the table. After the hearing, the judge granted Ryan supervised visitation every other weekend, citing his biological rights. Alex felt the ruling like a gut punch. Maria grabbed his arm outside. It's not over. We can appeal. Emphasize your bond with Ethan. But Alex's focus shifted as his phone buzzed. Javier Ruiz, the private investigator, texted, Got something big. Meet me now. Alex drove to a diner near the port, where Javier slid a folder across the table. The DNA test? Bogus. I tracked down the lab tech from Sungenix. He admitted Ryan paid him to fake the results 5 years ago. Alex's pulse raced as he scanned the affidavit. The tech, now in Tampa, detailed how Ryan bribed him to alter the paternity report, hoping to force Kate to leave Alex. Why confess now? Alex asked. Javier shrugged. Guilt. Plus, I leaned on him. Alex's mind spun. Ethan was his son, biologically, legally, emotionally. He called Maria immediately. File for a new test. Legitimate this time. Rush it. She agreed, promising to push for an emergency motion to halt Ryan's visitation until results came in. That evening, Alex attended Ethan's science fair, forcing a smile as his son explained his volcano project. Ethan's eyes sparkled with pride, unaware of the legal storm. Kate approached cautiously. You didn't tell Ryan to come here, did you? Alex asked, voice low. She shook her head. He's pushing me, Alex. I don't trust him either. Her words felt hollow. Alex knelt beside Ethan. Great job, buddy. I'm proud of you. Ethan hugged him, and Alex vowed to end this nightmare. The next day, Javier uncovered more. Ryan had been emailing Kate, promising financial support if she backed his custody bid. Alex confronted Kate at their home, shoving the printed emails in front of her. You're still talking to him? Kate's eyes widened. I didn't agree to anything. He's manipulative, Alex. I'm trying to protect Ethan. Alex didn't buy it. Protect him by letting Ryan play dad? I'm getting a new test. If Ethan's mine, this ends. Kate's face crumpled, but she nodded. Do it. I need to know too. Maria expedited the new DNA test through a court-approved lab. While waiting for results, Alex kept close to Ethan, helping with homework and coaching his team. But Ryan's first visitation loomed. Alex watched from his car as Ryan picked Ethan up from school, his son climbing into the BMW with a hesitant wave. The sight burned, but Alex clung to Javier's evidence. If the new test confirmed his paternity, he'd bury Ryan's claim for good. As he drove away, his phone rang. Kate's mother, Elena, her voice urgent. Alex, I need to tell you something about Ryan. Meet me tomorrow. Alex met Elena at a quiet cafe near Miami's waterfront, the clink of coffee cups barely masking his tension. Elena, Kate's mother, sat across from him, her hand steady but her voice low. Ryan manipulated Kate from the start, she said, sliding a USB drive across the table. Emails, texts, even a recording. He bragged about faking the DNA test to a colleague. Alex plugged the drive into his laptop, listening as Ryan's voice boasted about bribing the lab tech to secure his claim on Ethan. The evidence was damning. "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" Alex asked, his tone sharp. "Elena Sigid." Kate begged me to stay quiet. She was ashamed. Alex pocketed the drive, his resolve hardening. This was his weapon to end Ryan's interference. Back at First Coastal Bank, Alex forwarded the recording to Maria Lopez, his lawyer. "This changes everything," Maria said over the phone. "We'll present it at the next hearing. The new DNA test results should be in by then, too." Alex hung up, his focus shifting to Ethan's upcoming baseball practice. He arrived early, tossing pitches to his son under the fading sun. Ethan's laughter eased the ache in Alex's chest, but the thought of Ryan's visitation gnawed at him. He couldn't let that man near his son again, not after this. That evening, Kate showed up at Alex's hotel room, her eyes red from crying. "I saw the emails on Ryan's drive," she admitted. "I didn't know he recorded his plans. I swear, Alex, I thought the test was real." Alex studied her, searching for truth. "You let him manipulate you for years, Kate. Why should I trust you now?" She stepped closer, voice breaking. "Because I'm done hiding. I'll testify against him. For Ethan. For us." Alex wanted to believe her, but the wound was raw. "Prove it in court," he said, shutting the door. The new DNA test results arrived 2 days later, delivered to Maria's office. Alex sat across from her, heart pounding as she opened the envelope. "Probability of paternity, 99.9%, she read. "Ethan's yours, Alex." Relief flooded him, followed by fury. Ryan's lie had stolen years of peace. Maria filed an emergency motion to suspend Ryan's visitation, attaching the new test and Elena's evidence. The judge scheduled a hearing for the following week. Alex spent the interim coaching Ethan's team, keeping his son close, but Ryan's shadow lingered. Ethan mentioned their aquarium trip, his voice bright. "Mr. Ryan said we'd go to the zoo next." Alex forced a smile, hiding his dread. At the hearing, Maria presented the new DNA results and played Ryan's recorded confession. The courtroom fell silent as his voice echoed, admitting to the bribe. Ryan's lawyer scrambled, claiming the recording was inadmissible, but the judge's expression darkened. "Mr. Delgado, this court takes fraud seriously," she said. She revoked Ryan's visitation pending an investigation into the falsified test. Alex exhaled, gripping Maria's hand. Kate, testifying next, admitted her role in believing Ryan's lies, her voice steady despite tears. "I fail my family, but Alex is Ethan's father in every way." The judge nodded, scheduling a final ruling. After the hearing, Alex confronted Ryan outside the courthouse. "You're done," Alex said, holding up the USB drive. "This goes to your clients if you come near Ethan again." Ryan's confidence cracked, his shoulders slumping. "I just wanted a chance," he muttered, but Alex cut him off. "You had your chance to be a man. You chose lies." Ryan walked away, his car peeling out of the lot. Alex turned to Kate, who stood nearby. "I'm not ready to forgive," he told her, "but I'll co-parent for Ethan." She nodded, accepting his terms. That night, Alex took Ethan to their favorite burger joint, celebrating his son's latest home run. Ethan chattered about school, unaware of the court drama. Alex watched him, the weight of the fake test lifting. He was Ethan's father, biology and bond confirmed. But Kate's betrayal lingered, a fracture in their family. As they left, Ethan grabbed his hand. "Can we do this every week, Dad?" Alex smiled, ruffling his hair. "Every week, buddy." The fight wasn't over, but Alex knew his place, by Ethan's side, no matter what. Alex stood in the Miami-Dade courthouse, the judge's gavel echoing as she delivered the final ruling. Based on evidence of fraud and the new DNA results, Mr. Torres is confirmed as Ethan's biological and legal father, Judge Martinez declared. Mr. Delgado's parental claims are dismissed. Alex's shoulders relaxed, the weight of years lifting. Maria Lopez, his lawyer, gave him a quick nod, her smile tight but triumphant. Across the room, Ryan Delgado sat stone-faced, his lawyer whispering urgently. Kate, seated in the back, exhaled audibly, her hands trembling. The courtroom cleared, but Alex lingered, savoring the victory. Ethan was his, undeniably. Outside, Alex called Ethan, who was at a friend's house. "Hey, buddy, want to hit the batting cages later?" Ethan's cheer over the phone was a bomb. "Heck yeah, Dad." Alex hung up, spotting Kate waiting by his car. "It's over," she said, her voice soft. "I'm sorry for everything." Alex studied her, the woman he'd loved for over a decade, now a stranger in some ways. "I'm here for Ethan," he said. "We'll figure out the rest." Kate nodded, stepping back as he drove off, his focus on rebuilding what Ryan's lies had fractured. Days later, Alex moved into a new apartment in Coconut Grove, closer to Ethan's school. He hung Ethan's baseball trophies on the wall, a promise of new memories. At the bank, he accepted a promotion to regional manager, his days now split between work and coaching Ethan's little league team. But Ryan's shadow lingered. Alex's private investigator, Javier Ruiz, sent a final report. Ryan's ad agency had collapsed after clients learned of his fraudulent tactics, exposed by an anonymous tip. Alex's doing. Ryan had left Miami, his reputation in tatters. Justice felt cold, but satisfying. Kate reached out, suggesting family counseling to navigate co-parenting. Alex agreed, wary but committed to Ethan's stability. Their first session was tense, Kate admitting her guilt over trusting Ryan's deception. "I should have questioned the test," she said, her voice cracking. Alex stayed silent, his trust eroded, but his resolve firm. "This is for Ethan," he said finally. The counselor nodded, assigning them exercises to rebuild communication. Outside, Ethan waited, tossing a baseball. "Can we practice now, Dad?" Alex grinned, grabbing his glove. "Let's go, champ." Weeks later, Alex and Ethan repainted the fence at their old Coral Gables home, where Kate still lived. Ethan dipped his brush, laughing as paint splattered his sneakers. The act felt symbolic, covering old wounds with fresh effort. Kate watched from the porch, offering lemonade but keeping her distance. Alex appreciated her restraint. Their bond was fragile, held together by shared love for their son. At Ethan's next game, Alex cheered as his son hit a double, the crowd's roar echoing his pride. Ethan ran to him after, hugging him tightly. "You're always here, Dad." That evening, Alex reviewed the mortgage papers for the house, now solely in his name. He'd taken on the payments, ensuring Ethan's home stayed secure. Kate texted, thanking him for stability. "Ethan needs us both," she wrote. Alex didn't reply, focusing instead on Ethan's homework at the kitchen table. The boy sketched a spaceship, chattering about a science project. Alex listened, his heart full. Ryan's lies had cost them years, but they couldn't steal this moment. Months passed, and Alex and Kate settled into a steady, co-parenting rhythm. Ethan thrived, making the honor roll and earning a spot on the varsity baseball team as a fifth grader, a school record. At a parent-teacher conference, the principal praised Ethan's resilience, glancing at Alex and Kate. "He's lucky to have you both." Alex nodded, meeting Kate's eyes briefly. Trust was a distant goal, but respect was growing. They left together, Ethan between them, talking about his next game. One Saturday, Alex took Ethan fishing off Key Biscayne, their boat bobbing in the turquoise waves. Ethan reeled in his snapper, his excitement infectious. "Dad, this is the best day." Alex ruffled his hair, the past pain fading against his son's joy. Ryan was gone, his lies exposed, his influence erased. Alex had fought not with fists, but with truth, protecting what mattered most. As the sun set, Ethan leaned against him, the horizon glowing. "We're a team, right, Dad?" Alex smiled. "Always, buddy. Always."